Hey everyone, it's Katie here again. So today I'm going to talk a bit about how you can prepare for your formal interview. So the first thing I want to say is the formal interview is one of the most difficult things you'll probably go through in the court process. That is because, there is so much detail required to, gather the evidence and stuff like that. So here's some things that I guess I wish that someone told me when, I went and like before I went to my interview, because these are some things that could have helped me a lot, um, and or could help you a lot, hopefully. Um, so the first thing I want to say is uh, definitely write down on a piece of paper like everything that you remember that happened to you. I didn't do this, but it can be helpful because, like, I know it's such a horrible thing having to go back and remember everything, but sometimes it can be easier if you write it all down and then. Well, I didn't do that for my first interview, sorry, but I did do it for my second interview because what happened was I actually ended up remembering more things about a year later because trauma is really weird like that. So just write down on a piece of paper everything that you remember and put it in a safe place somewhere, where no one else really knows where it is. And then, like, before you go to your interview, like, read that piece of paper because, it can help refresh your memory, hopefully, and, say all the details that are required from this. And also just really, like, be honest and share your story, your truth, and I'm trying to figure out a way to say this. So a lot of people who have been through trauma have been through like it with more than one person in their lifetime. Like, for example, if someone has been through childhood sexual abuse, they're more likely to be sexually assaulted as an adult too, which is devastating and really heartbreaking and just wrong. But that I guess they don't really know any different and think that's their normal, I guess. So definitely just like if you're only complaining about one person, just keep it to that one person because the defense lawyers are really, really like nasty sometimes. They'll try and use your past trauma against you, which is like absolutely disgusting. Um, like it's absolutely heartbreaking, they shouldn't do that. That should absolutely not be allowed. In fact, in New Zealand, I believe things are changing in terms of that because that's one thing that I wanted to change, because why should our past sexual trauma be used against us? Because that's absolutely not okay. So yeah, just stick to the one person who you're making the complaint about, because they'll try and twist it and make you look like an absolute liar. Unfortunately, like I guess I'm just trying to be really, really honest with this video, so that you hopefully don't have to go through what I had to in the court process. Also, just like well, I know for me, like I found it really difficult to talk about it out loud because I don't know, I guess it's something that you don't usually go into that much detail with people about. So like it's really strange situation because they want to know every single minute detail, which is really gross and can make you feel like you're disgusting, which is not true. It's an absolute lie from your brain. It's not your fault. But it is tough, when they're wanting to know every single detail of what happened to you. But what I found helpful for me was like I just pretended that it wasn't a person who was asking me these questions, that it was like an AI or robot or something, and I just looked at the floor. I didn't make eye contact because if I made eye contact, I would just shut down and not talk and not answer questions. So I don't recommend dissociating most of the time. However, if you have to do that to cope, I completely understand, and I guess I had to do that to cope too. So, that is a technique, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it like all the time. But you do need to survive, and stuff like that. Also, if you think like something isn't really important, um, like I don't know, there's something where it kind of goes with the story, but it doesn't really like it isn't. Okay, I'll just be honest. So basically, in my particular case, the man who I was going to court with, he hit his head on the bucket of the digger, and so I told them that, and that was eventually used as evidence because there were like medical records saying that he hurt his head. So like basically just like yeah, just even if you don't think something's quite important, but it kind of has something to do with the story around that time, then you can use that, like just tell them that so that hopefully, maybe, who knows, it could be like used as evidence or something. Also, like, just take care of yourself afterwards. Don't do what I did. I did the most stupidest, dumbest, most ridiculous thing ever. After my interview, I went to work. That was the most stupidest decision ever, Katie. Anyway, no, it was very silly decision to make. Take good care of yourself after this. You're gonna need the self-care. Do something relaxing that you enjoy, and um, have a bath or uh, uh, do some pampering stuff or something that you enjoy, that you can use as self-care, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be pretty emotionally and physically draining because you may have never told anyone this much information ever before, probably. So it is quite draining. So yeah, just use that self-care, because if you don't deal with it properly like I didn't, you'll end up, maybe, hopefully not, basically having a mental breakdown, which I did, which I'm not proud of, but that's okay. That's normal considering what I've been through and stuff like that. So um, just take good care of yourself. also, like, get in touch with victim support or a victim advocate or something, because they may be able to be there, like, during your time when you give evidence, like, not in the room, but like, you can take breaks and stuff. That's also something you should do, is take breaks. You know, just get a bit of fresh air and, you know, collect yourself, and, you know, instead of just doing the interview pretty much in one big go, because that's what I did, and I don't know, it was just really exhausting. Like, I just wish that I took time to really process what was going on and stuff like that, because, sorry, my cat is being an absolute brat in the background, if you can hear that noise. So, yeah, just take that time to process what's going on, and or just give yourself a bit of a break, so that, you know, it's not too full on for too long, because, you know, it can be really difficult. Also, make sure that after the interview you have someone around you, especially if you live alone or something like that. Please, like, don't be alone, because it can be such a scary place and such a, you know, dark time. So I want you to have that support, and, yeah, gather people around you who will support you in this horrible time, because, you know, you need people around you who will help. And hopefully you learnt something, or, you know, this helps you during the court, like, interview thing. So, sorry, I didn't mean to say court interview, I meant to say police interview, but I don't know, my brain's a bit weird this morning. My husband got up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I ended up getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning too, because he had to go to work, and then, like, I couldn't get back to sleep for ages after. So yeah, my brain's a bit weird at the moment, sorry. Anyway, if you have any questions about the court process or about the formal interview, then definitely, like, leave it down below. Yeah, because I'll definitely be, like, answering anything, because, you know, that's something I wish that I had when I was going through that, is, you know, I wish I could talk to someone who's going through it, or had been through it and had come out the other side. And, you know, I just want you to not feel alone like I felt alone, because, you know, I'd go searching for this kind of stuff, and there was literally nothing online about it. So that's, you know, why I want to, you know, make videos like this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!